coming up. It's tomorrow. It's exciting. It's a big game. And actually, the teams in this Super Bowl, the teams in this Super Bowl, this seems to be, I've heard this might be the lowest rated Super Bowl in a long time. This is going to be the most boring There's just not a lot of underlying stories going on with this. I don't even know how to put it. There's nothing to it. All right. The front page news has been Hines Ward's knee brace. Nobody's saying anything. Nobody's coming out with any bold, outlandish predictions, guarantees. There's nothing. No smack talk. There's basically not going to be any bulletin board material because what you're seeing is essentially two Steeler teams playing each other, and you're not going to get that from the Steelers, not since Joey Porter left. Now you have the new Steelers with Mike Tomlin, who came in and really kind of adapted to the Steeler, the whole personality, the whole thing. So that team is going to keep quiet. They're going to stick to business, and they're going to get out there and they're going to handle it. But with Arizona, I mean, what? They got Whisenhunt. He's a Steeler guy, right? And Coach Whisenhunt. So he brings the Steeler mentality to Arizona, and it's worked. And now look at both these teams, who are actually strikingly similar, are here in the Super Bowl. And a lot of people are saying this is not going to be that exciting. It's going to be one of the lowest rated Super Bowls in recent memory. Dude, I'm excited. All right, I love the Super Bowl. I know I picked Pittsburgh to win the whole thing preseason, but I don't have a dog in the fight. I don't care who wins. I just want to watch it. I want to drink some beers. I want to eat some wings. I want to watch it. It's going to be fun. And forget about the low rate. There's going to be... It's the Super Bowl, dude. There are going to be people watching the Super Bowl. There's going to be... nobody's not having a Super Bowl. How do I even put this? It's ridiculous to think that ratings will be down for this year's Super Bowl because there's not a serious storyline. There's no sort of drama or anything unfolding behind the scenes. It's just Arizona and Pittsburgh. But it's the Super Bowl. All right? It's the Super Bowl. There are going to be huge Super Bowl parties all over the country, just like there always are. All right, all the sports bars will be packed, just like they always are, because let's be honest, the Super Bowl doesn't matter who's playing in the Super Bowl. It's a party. It's a holiday. It's huge. It doesn't matter who's playing. It's the Super Bowl. Everybody's going to be watching. You're going to be watching. I'm going to be watching. There's going to be millions of people that don't even care about football watching. It's huge. You can't downplay the Super Bowl. It's gigantic. It doesn't matter who's in it. It doesn't matter who's saying what in the media week. Nobody really cares about that. Everybody's looking forward to the party. You know what I think it is? I think it's the wings. I think everyone loves the wings so much that football has become huge, and the Super Bowl is like a holiday. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. I do want to talk a little bit about what's going to happen in this Super Bowl because, with Arizona, you have one of the best offenses in the game, maybe that we've seen in a while. I mean, you think about it. That receiving corps, 3 guys over 1,000 yards this season. It's just incredible. What Fitzgerald and Bolden were able to do all season and what Fitzgerald's been able to keep up during the postseason, just incredible. I mean, we should really, really sit back and kind of admire and appreciate what we saw this season from Arizona. We saw a washed-up former has-been bag boy, late-blooming quarterback Kurt Warner rise from the ashes and lead a team to the Super Bowl that no one thought would ever make it in a million years. And if they wouldn't have been in the NFC West, where no one's any good, they wouldn't have even made the playoffs, and yada yada yada. You know Arizona's story. And on the other side, you have Pittsburgh. The blue collar, right? Hard working Pittsburgh, grind it out. Pittsburgh. Everybody, Pitt defense. Pittsburgh tough. You guys know what I'm talking about. It should be one of the best defenses in the league going up against one of the best offenses. You would think, something's got to give, right? Right? And I'm sticking with my pick of the Steelers Not just because I said it a long time ago, but because I honestly think it's going to be a Steeler victory. And I know last year I came on our Super Bowl show and I predicted the Patriots, and I said you don't pick underdogs. Everyone goes with the underdog, and it's how you lose your money. It's how you lose. You don't pick underdogs because if they were better, they wouldn't be the underdog. All right, they're supposed to lose, and most of the time the team that's supposed to lose does lose. Last year, I was obviously proved wrong. Okay, this year I won't be. Listen, last year was different, and people keep saying, well, I mean, no one thought the Giants were going to win, but the Cardinals, the Cardinals could do it this year. I mean, nobody thought the Giants would, and they did, so why can't the Cardinals? Nobody's giving them a chance. Well, listen, that's almost become the popular thing to say is, well, no one's given a chance, so they're going to win. Last year there seemed to be no chance. I mean, there were literally 0 people saying that the Giants were going to win that game. But there was no one. It was like 1% of the population. Something ridiculous. But this year's a little different. Now, Pittsburgh is the overall favorite, right? But there's a lot of people hooking up to that Arizona bandwagon, don't you think? There's a lot of people hooking up saying, well, Arizona can do it. It doesn't seem as, it doesn't seem as unlikely as it did last year for an upset to happen. It seems like it could happen. People are actually giving Arizona a chance. All right? So they can't really play that no respect card. They can't do it. If not everyone is against you, it doesn't provoke the same response. If people are actually believing in you and thinking you can do it, then you kind of start to believe in yourself, and you can kind of become lax a little bit. And I don't think that Arizona has what it takes to beat Pittsburgh. I just don't. I know they've been hot lately. Their defense has been playing, great. Good for them. They don't have what it takes to beat Pittsburgh. They just don't. They just don't. And people are saying they have a chance. Well, look at last year. Listen, last year wouldn't have been that big of a deal if it happened all the time. You know what I mean? If the team that wasn't supposed to win won all the time, it wouldn't be a big deal. But it hardly ever happens. Hardly ever happens. It did last year, so now we think it happens every year. It's not going to, listen, unhook from that Arizona bandwagon. That's all I'm telling you. They're not going to win. They're not going to win. They're going to lose. But I don't think it's going to be a high-scoring game. And on the other side of the football, on Pittsburgh's side, here's my problem with Pittsburgh. All right, and I've heard a lot of Ben Roethlisberger, and I like Roethlisberger. He's a good quarterback. He's accomplished a lot at a young age, and he's most likely a future Hall of Famer. But what I don't like is hearing him say things like, oh, I'm much more calm and much more relaxed now. My first Super Bowl, I was so scared and nervous. I had a terrible game, but I'm laid back. I'm easy going. It's like another game to me. Listen, man, it better not be like another game. I mean, this is the Super Bowl. If you don't have some sort of nerves, some sort of butterflies, some sort of something, then you need to check yourself. There's something wrong with you. All right? You need to get some of those nerves. It's a Super Bowl. It's a Super Bowl. And so I'm not buying it. I think that he's going too hard in this, oh, I'm okay, I'm good now, this is going to be great, nice and easy going, treat it like a game, I'm just going to sit back, hit my guys, have a great day. He had something like a 23 QB rating in his first Super Bowl. And not that I think he's going to repeat that performance, but I do believe that Roethlisberger could struggle a little bit through this game. All right, it might be a little too overconfident, a little too relaxed. He may struggle a little bit this game. That's kind of my prediction. I like Pittsburgh to win, but I think the defense is going to be the MVP. All right, I think the running game will get going. I like Willie Parker in this game. And Roethlisberger may toss a touchdown pass, but I don't think he's going to come out and have any sort of a big game. I don't think